Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Right Podcast. If you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any new uploads. Go ahead and comment down below who you would like to see as a guest on the show in the very near future. This video isn't going to be a traditional video like the others, but it's going to be, relatively brief yet concise. Today I'm joined by my very good friend, Based Kolby. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
And, unfortunately, the other two, John and Travis, won't be able to join us today due to such a short notice that I gave them. Just the other night, Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis took on California Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom, on the debate stage for reasons that most Americans don't really know. Nevertheless, the debate took place and was moderated by Sean Hannity, who has connections to both of the governors. And quickly, the debate just turned into a shouting match, with each governor just trying to justify how good their state is and how well they handled COVID and the economy and, typical governor stuff. And essentially, as all politicians are, even if they are messing up horrifically, they boast and lie about how great their state is. Just look at Gavin Newsom. The state that he governs is in complete shambles, has the most amount of people leaving a state, and is making you all filthy rich because no one wants to live in that state, and specifically those dystopian cities. Drug addicts and homelessness is rampant in every major city, and taxes are through the roof. On the other hand, you have Ron DeSantis, who pretty much runs the state, as it should be, and the exact inverse of how California is being run. Much lower taxes, cheaper gasoline, a mostly secure pro-cop state, and a lot of new citizens, and a bunch more. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about the very interesting red versus blue state debate, as the media likes to label it. So the unfortunate part is that both of the governors think that they're right and their opponent is Lucifer in the flesh. But unlike what many leftists believe today, there is a difference between right and wrong. And morality is objective in the sense that there are definitive things that you should and should not support. California and Gavin Newsom is a prime example of this. Liberals see it as a sanctuary state, while anyone with an IQ over 75 they'll say that's false. It's kind of goofy, frankly. Anyways, I'm getting slightly off topic now. And now that we cemented the idea that California is a disaster and Florida is a glowing success, we can now ask the question as to why Gavin Newsom challenged Ron DeSantis to a debate. Kolby, would you give your input?
All right, so my theory, or what I presumably assume, is that the reason that Gavin Newsom would challenge Ron DeSantis to a debate, even though he basically set to go into this completely losing, right? But I think that it's because Gavin Newsom, he knew going into this that he was going to be a slithery snake. He was going to completely lie. I mean, anytime Sean Hannity put on a graphic on the screen, he was completely deny it. Or at the very end, when he would say, if you had said one word to describe your state or the president or whatever it was, I just remember that he went completely off topic, and he was basically just talking about how great the Biden administration is, when that's completely false, and we all know it. So I also think that this is the first look at our 2028 presidential election, or something close to it. I mean, they both have very good chances of being the nominee for 2028, as Biden and Trump will most likely be out of the picture.
Yeah, so right after the debates, I commented on one of my good friend's Instagram posts when he came out and said that Newsom has just revealed that he is not running for president in 2024, which that's why we're making this entire podcast. Like, why is Gavin Newsom taking on Ron DeSantis in a debate, even though neither one of them have a chance in 2024? So I came out and stated he's a slithery clown in reference to Gavin Newsom. He has his eyes set on 2028 and is trying to get the upper hand over his most likely opponent in 2028, Ron DeSantis. As much as I don't want to admit it, Governor Bateman, Newsom, knows what he's doing, and DeSantis fell into that trap. And then, believe it or not, after I released this and ever so slightly discredited Ron DeSantis, a bunch of the DeSimps came out and were like, come on, buddy, are you stupid or something? Here's some of the comments. I don't know what trap you're talking about, because to me it seems like DeSantis is winning this debate so far big time. And then I said, I agree with you that he is winning the debate, but if he can get DeSantis to slip up a couple times, like what liberals do best, they will continually highlight those slip-ups, even though DeSantis sweeps the floor with Newsom. Another comment said, Newsom's a liar and destroyed California, which, I mean, true. How does he know what he's doing? He's a rich boy. That's why his kids are in school while others stay home. And then I responded, by all means, he has no clue how to run a state or country. But he does know what he's doing, in the sense that he knows that if he can get DeSantis to slip up in the debate even once, Newsom can highlight that slip up when he is running for president. It's quite embarrassing that there are people like this who are so blind to what's actually going on and think that people like Gavin Newsom are dumb. Well, he is stupid. He's not dumb. There's a big difference. He knows what he's doing and knows that if he can get DeSantis to slip up, who will likely be the presidential frontrunner in 2028, he could capitalize on that slip up. Additionally, Newsom is not a popular governor. Why else do you think so many Californians are fleeing the state they once called home? On the other hand, you have the most popular governor in U.S. history in Ron DeSantis, or at least one of the most popular governors in U.S. history. The reason why I said that Newsom knows what he's doing is that he's simply clout chasing DeSantis. Putting himself on the debate stage during prime time against the most popular governor in our lifetimes will allow him to gain support of other Democrats, even if that's done by lying through his teeth about DeSantis, about his state. Kolby, what are your thoughts on this?
All right, Zach, I completely agree, because, California, which once used to represent the American dream, is now just known as a big liberal stronghold, with San Francisco and Los Angeles as their front runners for crime and homelessness. You could just see, as you might have seen on the debate, there's just you can see the graph of human feces. It's just everywhere, man, and it's homelessness and and the economy and
seeing needles on the streets, walking past.
And seeing needles on the street and passed out people.
All right, so we have a reoccurring segment on the show called A Final Take. So, as you can probably guess, it's at the end of the episode, we go ahead and give our final takes. Final takes on the Ron DeSantis Newsom debate, the great red versus blue debate, as the media labels it. So, I suppose I will go ahead and start off. Yeah, so in conclusion, as my final take, DeSantis definitely won the debate, as he completely swept the floor with Newsom, but Newsom definitely is walking away with the most gained for the long term. Through this debate, he was able to get on the stage with the most popular governor in American history, possibly. And ultimately, all the liberals went ahead and flocked to go ahead and watch this debate because, Republican versus Democrat, debate, cool. The 75 IQ people. So they're going ahead and watching this, and they see this guy who's, he's from California. That's a blue state. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and support that guy. Which, prior to this whole debate, a bunch of those people probably didn't even know who Gavin Newsom was. A slim possibility, but it's also very likely. And in conclusion, kind of getting off on a little tangent here. In 2028, this is what this entire debate was about. It wasn't about 2024. It wasn't about the 2024 presidential election, because Gavin Newsom, he came out and said, I'm not going to go ahead and run it in 2024. It's not happening. But he has his eyes set on 2028, and that's what's scaring me, is because he knows what he's doing, And even though a bunch of DeSantis heads are saying, "Oh, how dare you say he knows what he's doing?" Even when DeSantis, he completely swept the floor with Newsom. But yeah, that's my final take. Kolby?
All right, my final take is that, DeSantis and Gavin Newsom both, even if they both won't admit it, even though Gavin Newsom did, Ron DeSantis knows he's not going to be the nominee for the GOP in 2024. But he knows that he has a strong chance in 2028, and so does Gavin Newsom. So I think this is the first sneak peek at the 2028 presidential debate. Yeah, that's all.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much for coming on the podcast. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any new uploads. And God bless. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.